Yo, what is up? This is EliteLenny, and I have finally returned for the second part of the stream. Well, this is actually another stream entirely, since the first stream was actually occurred for 6 hours. So pretty much, I'm actually back. Thank God, if you guys are actually here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If any of you guys actually stuck around me for 6 straight hours of unrated and mostly unrated and one instance of deathmatch. Thank you for actually giving me the support, giving me support to keep going. So pretty much we are here for internet reactions, and this time it is, well, pretty much it's all related to Valorant. But I think I will actually be adding more stuff here later on. Yeah, you never know. But anyways, why is Valorant known as a CSGO clone? Well, not exactly a complete CSGO clone. It's something that Riot Games may have at least made that clear of for rumors and stuff. But pretty much, I want to know why too. So yeah, I'm gonna be zooming in. This is the clone that's trying to kill. All right. It says the clone that's trying to kill CSGO, the story of Valorant, by the Score Esports, which I've actually subscribed to when it comes to gaming news and esports gaming. This is also where I watched. I actually watched to something known as to something related to the cheaters in CSGO. So pretty much, we're going to be learning a lot from here as to why Valorant was inspired from CSGO. That's actually the right choice of words here. So, let's say we check this out for ourselves. Let's watch.
It takes years to build an empire. They're founded on painstaking sacrifices, crushing defeats, and glorious victories.
Correct.
God help me, and I won't measure.
Yeah.
They're forged by unforgettable moments and acts that transcend into legend.
Stewie's on his side, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds to blow the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids!
Stewie 2K. I think he was featured in one of Soviet Womble's CSGO's bullshittery. So pretty much, I follow Soviet Womble on Twitch. You can actually check him out there. You can actually check him out there for his live streams. I don't often watch him, but definitely check one of his bullshittery videos on his YouTube channel. Definitely, yeah. Oh, by the way, my EliteLenny Streams playlist has been updated. One more video was added there for 2 hours. It's a Valorant gameplay video, so you guys check it out. Anyway, continuing.
But it's no more play! Stewie's won the round! We're going to overtime!
But empires are far from perfect.
Do you still like playing Counter-Strike?
No, dead game.
Oh, we are f this map, f this FPL, f this.
Wait, they actually are cheating.
Hold on. Ah, this is where the hackers are coming in. The hackers that are making the game unfair. CSGO was suffering this epidemic for a long, long time, and it's becoming very, very annoying.
Wait, they actually are cheating.
That was blatant cheating, by the way. Blatant cheating. Hackers can actually just kill them off if they want to. They do not care about how normal a game is.
This game, I hate this game.
God, Gaben, you suck so much at making video games. It fucking hurts me, bro.
As unrest spreads among its people, so do rumors of revolution.
Announces a competitive PC shooter codename Project A. Oh, so Riot Games did put out that clone inspired from CSGO. Okay, that's cool.
And from these whispers has emerged a usurper to the throne.
You really think Valorant is really good? It's incredible. It's one of the greatest games I've played in a very, very, very long time.
Well, it did start in 2020. You never know. Maybe it actually did start in 2020, and at the same time, it made more than waves, actually, when it comes to, let's see. the more ways that more than anyone actually has expected. So yeah, if it's actually that good, many people would have enjoyed it, and many people would have tuned into everything that's related to Valorant, including the lore, including how the gameplay works, everything. Wow. If the pros love this, the massive population would love this too.
A true contender, backed by its own history of conquest, offering the promise of change.
That is true. There are always curveballs when it comes to this, so pretty much.
Seeing the smoke. Just on the other side, he's able to get one. Looking for the second, and is going to have to back up, gets challenged, gets the second one as well.
Dicey.
And he gets the reset. He's looking for the third. Dicey does it. Oh my gosh!
But this challenger's not interested in borrowing the crown. They're playing for keeps.
미안해서 어쩌나?
Valorant.
Before we talk about the future, we have to talk about the past. Because for nearly as long as there have been esports, one tactical shooter has dominated: Counter-Strike. For many fans and future professionals, playing in crowded internet cafes and in hotel ballrooms, the game was a love affair from which they never really recovered. As esports grew, Counter-Strike followed. Global Offensive became the premier first-person shooter in esports.
One of the biggest things about Counter-Strike, just how it's always been evolving, but yet the fundamentals of it haven't really changed at all.
That's true. Pretty much when it comes to tactics and strategy, nothing that much has changed. Counter-Strike was a definite inspiration of this. You see, Counter-Strike, when I first started playing it, was version 1.3. It was actually derived from the Half-Life series, using the Half-Life engine. So pretty much, that's where Counter-Strike came from. It was born from here. I played the first version of it, and of course, facing against bots, it was okay. Facing against multiplayer, it makes it actually fantastic. Really fantastic that you actually make memories and reputation when it comes to first-person shooters. This was my very first-person shooter, Counter-Strike version 1.3.
And it's the community involvement that I think has been so big to the growth of it over time.
However, I have been very disconnected with the community because we always got problems with communications. But I did not know back then that Counter-Strike was so big and so much known, so widespread, that it actually made the world remember what Counter-Strike really is. As it evolved, and as it made changes to a lot of its gameplay. It even had riot shields at one point. Come on.
But games and players' expectations were changing.
Do you still like playing Counter-Strike?
No, dead game. I just don't believe that they're not updating Counter-Strike Go. It needs change. Change
Why
is good.
though?
CS is undeniably dying, and yet players are still getting paid like 40 grand a month. It's fucking crazy.
Wait. What?
Players are still getting paid like 40 grand a month. It's fucking crazy.
If you were a player who wanted the same slow-paced tactical feel of Counter-Strike, but with more content and a more communicative developer, there was nothing really out there. And if you were a new player looking at playing your first tactical shooter, starting Counter-Strike with no prior experience was an intimidating prospect.
Oh yeah, that's right. The community the community in Counter-Strike eventually became toxic when it comes to the new players. So anyone who's actually trying to introduce CSGO would find that those players are usually being left behind so easily. Developers don't have proper communication with their player base. No one was managing the servers enough to even let these cheaters come in. And it's actually very bad at a point. It's actually come to a point that players started to leave their usual routine of playing CS:GO all together. Even not bothering to go through the ranks either. There's a ranking system in multiplayer CS:GO, and when the epidemic of cheaters and hackers became a prominent thing in CS:GO, people just started to leave, and it became more of a problem when CS:GO became free to play. Oh my God! It became a problem when I came back there. Oh my goodness! I didn't want to play it. I uninstalled it straight. The end. I thought it was over. I wouldn't rise to fame in an FPS game like Counter-Strike. But of course, I did not expect that there would be another game running parallel to CS:GO that time. Enter Valorant. I did not know Valorant was so good, so famous with others, until my sister actually introduced me to it. I installed it for her on her new CPU, and when I checked it out, it was good. Now, I installed it in my silver HP laptop, and it was also good. Holy crap! It actually adapts to different systems. It actually accepts the game in Windows 8. Holy crap! It's actually this good. Yeah, I definitely play it. It's definitely addicting. But at the same time, I need to make sure that my system is updated. So pretty much, yeah. I gotta save. I really gotta save. Let's just continue.
I got underneath you, Colin. Door. Ah, Colin right there.
What? Whoa, hold on. So you were killed right there.
Ah, Colin right there.
What? Oh my God, dude.
Ah, Colin right there.
What? Oh my God, dude.
What?
But in
What? God mode? Yeah, pretty much. God mode, yeah. You know what the problem is with God mode? Yeah, pretty much. I think there's no need for that much of an explanation. I think you guys know what God mode is.
2020, Riot Games finally gave both of these groups an option.
미안해서 어쩌나?
I love it.
Project A is our character-based tactical shooter. It's competitive. It has precise gunplay. It's set on a beautiful near-future Earth, and it has a lethal cast of characters, each with their own unique abilities. This is our take on a competitive shooter.
The road to get there had been long. Valorant was, according to game director Joe Ziegler, over 6 years in the making.
It makes sense. You gotta write a story for the game. If it has an actual story, you also got to write the technical expertise of each agent. These are agents they're actually building with individual personalities, with individual takes on battles, with individual takes on interpersonal relationships, how each relate to each other. So pretty much the speech as well. If you actually understand the voice lines and how they actually relate to other agents, you'd understand that there are bonds between some of these agents. There are some hatred. There's actually signs of hatred between these agents. Do you know how much development it really takes for all of that to come together after 6 years? I think 6 years is very much worth it for something this beautiful.
But even as the first glimpses of gameplay saw the light of day, the questions emerged.
So it looks like CS:GO with Overwatch Ultimates.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know that much of Overwatch, but hey, okay, that's fair.
Right? Think?
Guys. The gameplay gives me a feel between CS and Overwatch, and the environment gives me a feel in Realm Royale for some reason.
So, like, a lot of people are commenting on the style of art. Anyone else kind of get it honestly reminds me of Team Fortress.
Yeah. That's correct. Either Overwatch or Team Fortress. Oh, yeah. There was actually a time. Okay. That's cool. That is very cool. That is a cool perspective right there. Let's continue.
First, it was unclear exactly what the game was. It had abilities.
VB. Junge, alle 5.
A rocket jump. That was a rocket jump plus another rocket launch. Really? Hold on. That's possible with Race? I didn't play Race before, but hold on.
Junge, alle 5.
Oh, hold on. So
Junge, alle 5.
satchel release on the ground, and then... Oh, so that's what it is. Okay. I did not know that. I did not know that technique exists. I think that's a spamming technique. But I think if that existed, players would really lose to Raze if the players punch up. There's a learning curve somewhere. That's actually good. That's a good tactic, man.
It had different agents.
So, the thing about the Molotovs in this game is if you're playing Phoenix, your Molotovs hurt your teammates, they hurt your enemies, but they heal you.
One behind at least.
That makes sense, because Phoenix is made of fire, and if Phoenix takes in fire, he absorbs it, so yeah... What's up?
Imagine me having to wait to tell you guys that we don't have to worry about the Molotov from ourselves.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
It had a res?
Watch this. Watch this. Oh shoot. Wait. Is that a bug? Hold on. Oh shit. It's a bug.
Revive me. Jet, revive me.
Jet? Sage! Seriously? Get the character names right.
Jet, revive me. Jet, revive me. Use your ulti, Jet. Revive me, Jet. Revive me. Jet, you can now use your ult, Jet.
Oh my god! Okay, Pinoy ito. This must be a Pinoy. Parang gets ko to. Oh my god. Wait, Zelquidel? Okay. Okay. Must have encountered a player that, okay, never mind.
Please revive me!
Was this CS or was it Overwatch? As the discussion raged, there was nothing to do but wait until players and streamers could get the game in their own hands. But as Riot revealed more, it was clear that the game formerly known as Project A got its genes from Counter-Strike. They had brought Volcano, a legend of CS map design, on board to help.
Ah, okay. Now I get why there's some sort of influence for the first time. The map design of the different maps, Bind, Ascent, Haven. Haven can be characterized to be compared to CS, if I'm correct, CS Italy, the hostage rescue map. And then Ascent, hold on, Haven and Ascent, actually, both of them. Okay. Makes sense. And then Icebox can actually be compared to, I'm not sure if Tundra is the name, but there's Oil Raid. Okay. Not Oil Raid. It's completely different. I don't want to make comparisons. It's too much. Hey, Cash, huh?
I'm Sal Garozzo, and I'm a game designer working primarily on maps.
We're definitely going with a slower, more methodical approach with a lot of the movement in the game.
But we also want those outplay moments where somebody does something incredible and they could win a 1v4 if they're aiming well enough. And we think that those two things going hand in hand, where positioning, ability usage, and individual mechanical skill combine to create something special.
The agent's abilities sometimes replace traditional utility like smoke grenades or Molotovs purchased in CS. In other cases, they added completely new functionality like vision that CS just never had.
I never really used the wall spamming gunning thing yet completely. Yeah. Pretty much there's realism in shooting through the walls. Okay.
There were other similarities too, like a bolt-action sniper rifle conspicuously called the AWP. For the first time in decades, Counter-Strike had a global competitor that was trying to do what it did, but in a more modern package.
That's true.
I don't know.
Surprise, motherfucker! CSGO has been getting so old that pretty much everything related to it has already been known by anyone who actually visits any open source site and looks at the code of CSGO. So pretty much hackers know the ins and outs of CSGO already. That's already a big given. So pretty much CSGO may be maybe on its very last legs ever since Valorant was already being released on its beta versions already, starting with Project A.
Come on, let's go!
I think they're hitting B.
Hold on. Was Valorant released in beta version as Valorant or Project A? You guys should definitely leave me a comment there. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
More? 1, 2, 3, hallelujah! Hallelujah, baby!
Headshot. No match.
Very much a CSGO crosshair. Hey, he customized the CSGO crosshair. That's cool. The basic green crosshair.
Dude!
You're actually
Dude!
To the pro players and streamers who played Valorant before it went public, the game was already in a great spot.
That means it was getting great reviews from streamers in advance to the population. That made it so good and made it so favorable. Now I know why it's actually good to release this game. Okay.
It's just a bunch of
yeah, even Dr. Disrespect, yes!
and bunny hopping, and everyone's walking. That's what it is. It's a snooze fest, but I'm addicted. And
yeah, and everyone's walking. You gotta walk to be quiet and everything else.
It sucks.
You really think Valorant is really good? It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say anything in detail, but I can tell you it's one of the greatest games I've played in a very, very, very long time.
Yep.
In week 1 of the public closed beta, the game's popularity skyrocketed on Twitch with 1.7 million concurrent viewers, a record only surpassed by the League of Legends Worlds 2019 viewership. But even as hype around the game exploded, Valve took notice and took action.
Wait, why?
It seemed like Valve was clearly aware of Valorant's rising popularity, but some players were a little skeptical.
So here's a question. How long has the SIG been okay? And you're telling me 3 days after Valorant comes out, we're hauling ass now?
Uh-oh. If CSGO has only been aware of its problems on its weapons, days after, okay. If they made changes days after Valorant was made into something famous, there is a clear disregard for any updates that CSGO makes. There's usually in patches when it comes to first-person shooters. There's got to be a patch for weapons, for gameplay, for anything that gives a player extra advantage over others, for any exploits that a gamer suffers from another player. So pretty much, there's got to be accountability. There's got to be accountability on the buffed or nerfed status of a weapon, and the way a player actually walks into any situation in CS:GO, the game, the play style. In other words, yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's continue.
All of a sudden, huh? We're just kicking it into high gear and fixing something we hated forever. Okay, all right. Yeah, I see you. No one's falling for it right now, brother.
That means CSGO is falling way behind on what people are expecting of CSGO. That means people would rather play Valorant than CSGO. It's really coming to pass that CSGO is actually dying. And it's for real. It's made for... And the game that will shut them down was actually made from Riot Games. This is why Valve is losing a lot of players. Valve is losing a lot of players because of incidences like this. All they had to do was keep silent and try to make minor changes all through the years, but making sudden changes when it comes to a very real competitor. That will raise red flags. Wow, Valve. Wow. You've actually done yourself bad big time here. Oh my god. Gabe, what have you done to yourself? What have you done to yourself?
Brother, okay? You better hope Valorant fails.
CSGO is not only dead, it's over. It is done. It is dissolved. No one should play it. No one. God damn.
Valorant's official release was set for June 2nd, 2020. And while offering keys to the beta as Twitch drops...
Okay, that answers my question. It was actually released in the beta version in the name itself, Valorant.
Surely helped.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, that's a first poster. I actually used that poster for my stream, so pretty much okay.
And while offering keys to the beta as Twitch drops surely helped, there was also a feeling that the game's popularity meant it could be more than just a colorful second fiddle to CS. It could be a true competitor.
Yeah, that's
potentially gonna spot him, give him away, Dicey in the smoke. Just on the other side, he's able to get one. Looking for the second, and is gonna have to back up, gets challenged, gets the second one as well. Dicey. And he gets the reset. He's looking for the third. Dicey does it. Oh my gosh!
That feeling led many in the CS competitive scene to consider where their careers were headed, and to pick Valorant as their next step.
That's true. Esports is switching to Valorant. CSGO is no longer viable to support them. So pretty much, Valve. Hey! Hello there! If you're listening to me, I hope you guys were enjoying it back then. You guys should be enjoying it back then. You got a competitor. Hi, Valve! Hi, Gabe! What's up? I laugh in their faces for letting this happen to them. Woo!
Big names like Hiko, Scream, and Nitro eventually took the opportunity to start fresh in a new game that shared plenty of similarities with the old one.
So my expectations from Valorant is going to be really high, of course, since I'm leaving CS and I've been playing CS my whole life and CS has given me a lot. So I expect Valorant to give me something as well. It's really interesting for CS players like us because we've been playing CS for like 15 years and everything is always the same and it has been the same for all the time. So having a new fresh game is really good for me at least. It really gives me motivation and I love playing that game and it's really addicting.
Other names like Wardell made their way to the game and found that they could shine brighter here than they ever could in CS, especially in North America, where the region's best talent had been mostly gobbled up by its tier 1 organizations.
So like I knew like playing this game in beta and then getting really good at before anybody else before this game blows up would have been the best opportunity for me than to rather stay in CS and just like wait for something magical to happen. If Valorant didn't go well, then I could always go back to CS, right? So then that's what I did.
And for some, like Brax,
oh, hold on. I'm just gonna check. I think the lights are on back there. I shall return in a moment. Give me a moment. Oh, hey, sorry. I did not pause. I did not unpause it. Pretty much. So, if you guys actually missed it from the recording from the recording. Okay. So Valorant was getting strong. Cheaters, however, still are able to get into into Valorant, pretty much. Some controversies at least the first one, is starting to pile up. Of course, hold on.
Is he cheating?
Yeah, cheaters. There are still cheaters.
Dude.
The game's anti-cheat system was one of the first. Counter-Strike had witnessed several of its own cheating scandals over the years, and they had damaged esports orgs and even hurt entire regions.
Yeah, pretty much. Forsaken was banned from playing CS:GO. Even let Optic India completely dissolve after that scandal.
Went and scouted in India and obviously it turned out a shit show because of that fucking cheater, Forsaken or what his name is, fucking loser. Put on that brand and to fucking do that, he is lucky, that I wasn't fucking there.
Riot's solution for Valorant was Vanguard. The system's
Vanguard. Oh, okay.
kernel-level driver upset some players, particularly as early versions of the anti-cheat interfered with programs that controlled cooling and fan speeds.
For those that
I
don't
see. So it interrupted hardware. It interrupted some hardware.
know, Riot's anti-cheat has kernel access to your computer. For those that don't know, that's bad. Without getting into the specifics, that's very bad. I get why they wanted to make this incredible anti-cheat, because games like Counter-Strike get a whole lot of hacks around them, and they want it to be as competitive and tight and as honorable and honest as possible without people cheating their way to the top. But I think they went way too hard here. I mean, this anti-cheat has access to all your shit.
But even after those issues were addressed, even after several years of work and the driver-level access, some people were still able to cheat.
That's true. Unfortunately, there are still some blatant cheaters who just don't like to play fair. You see, cheaters really exist anywhere. RPGs, RTS, FPS, pretty much every genre of gaming has its own cheaters. Every genre of gaming has players trying to exploit the game. Now, the ones who are famous enough are able to cheat, even in multiplayer games. But doing so, however, risks them of their playtime and at the same time their access to the game. That means they could potentially get banned in a multiplayer-only game. So pretty much their entire account. Now, Riot Vanguard at least does its best to get cheaters off, and I mean off. It has the same goal, making sure that reports come through as always, definitely.
So piece by piece, they'll work this.
Rare, taking out Good Seed. We spoke about Good Seed's performance, and okay, traded back in kind for Riot as well.
With agent abilities taking the place of utility, balance has also been a challenge.
That's true.
It's not enough to just nerf guns and utility. Riot have to balance the entire agent, abilities and all.
You know that line?
There are flashing abilities. There are abilities that block a player from gaining entry. There are abilities that should force the player to slow down. Definitely, there are status changes too. That's what's good. That's what's good about the balancing feature of each agent. They really worked hard on trying to make sure that the balance is just right for one. The balance is just right for one agent to exploit the map or to exploit themselves against other players. So far with how I played, it's actually good. So far, especially with Phoenix. I started with Phoenix first, then I went later with Breach. Then eventually I find myself with Neon, and oh boy, I found myself a lucky one. I found myself a lucky charm. So far, I'm a Neon main. Wow. Character is impressive so far. I got no issues. Definitely my gun skills definitely would have to be worked up, but so far, if I do alts, definitely I can get much anywhere. Oh yeah.
Dude, holy.
It's a hallway of death. Oh my god.
Last player standing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That must be happening blatantly in competitive, pretty much. So yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, hey, hello, you. Very much I've kept being contacted by graphic designers every time. Especially if I'm a new streamer and content creator on the block. So yeah.
I'm blind as shit! I'm blind as shit! And while some agents have become the de facto pick, others are still struggling to find a niche, even after buffs. There have been other stumbling blocks.
True.
With Valorant's slightly slower movement, the AWP has become far more oppressive than its green predecessor, a thing that the Balance team is already trying to address.
The game needs to have more ways to counter oppers, because right now, ops are way too powerful on the defense side. And like I'm saying, teams are double, sometimes even triple opping because it's literally impossible to push off all the angles. There's not enough flashes, there's not enough smokes, there's not enough utility.
Personally, I think ops should be like kind of a risk versus reward kind of thing. So if you make it like 5, maybe like 5.5, then it might be more of like a, oh shit, do I buy an op?
So there's always a balancing issue at the first time when it comes to multiple people actually playing against each other. So yeah, I think this is actually natural for any FPS to have the unique features. Valorant has definite unique features. CS:GO is very generic. So definitely there are balance issues involved. Hey, Overwatch also had the same thing too, but Overwatch actually had a bit of a problem on maintaining well-placed changes, and it lost reputation with its player base. Though it's not a completely forgettable game, however.
Because if we lose this,
But it did lose its place, if I'm correct, in esports. Massive reputation loss. Just because there were massive imbalances that were declared on a few of the characters.
round, I might not be able to buy next round, and then we'll release this round. I might like so if you make it like 5, maybe like 5.5, then it might be more of like a, oh shit, do I buy an op? Because if we lose this round, I might not be able to buy next round, and then we'll really be fucked.
Oh, okay. Operator means weapon. Okay, the weapon itself. Okay.
While Valorant got off to a hot start on Twitch, Counter-Strike has retained its spot among the rankings, at least so far. It's still early days for Valorant esports, but the tournaments hosted so far, like the Riot-backed Ignition series and now the First Strike qualifiers, have provided exactly what viewers want: an opportunity to see how their favorites stack up in the still new competitive landscape, and to see the game's meta evolve.
Yeah, this is a good way to see how good the game really is in any competitive match.
That means a new stage for big names.
And also Dicey. Eco goes for double, and now it's all down to him. This is going to have to be a quad kill for him to pull things through and keep them alive. He's able to get the triple, and he doesn't know where the last player is. Alexander, he's creeping. These guys.
Ring around the rosies, and he's creeping out. He doesn't know. He's got no intel at all.
Oh, and he's using the Hunter's Fury, and that's a good way to beat the time, and he makes the connection. Clutch Master Nico.
A second chance for CS players fighting to prove themselves.
Moments like those are what makes the game unbelievably tasty. That's what attracts players into this type of game. There are different angles as to how you approach a scenario. You pick a scenario, you make sure to pick the correct ones. You make sure to set a direction and strike. Considering that the scenario calls for how you get through things correctly, you will be able to succeed. And wow, with the abilities that the agents have, it makes it all the more accessible. So yeah, it is satisfying.
Wardell will try to back away here, not before taking down Shanks, and maybe now he likes his chances after that one. 2 players left, dropping into the side. Oh no! So insane!
Oh, no.
Wardell.
Oh my God,
How on earth has he
Wardell.
done that? I've got plenty of times for the defuse. It is pedestrian here for Wardell.
And a first opportunity for a bright new generation of stars.
This is going to be a mess. The operator misses, and Drone is trying to get some damage in. Luckily, Cutler's there to sort of build him up, but Bjork gets completely missed. He gets free. He just snuck by. This could be a crazy ace. What the hell is Bjork doing?
Sensing an opportunity, some of the biggest organizations in esports have already stepped in to support those players.
Yeah.
Without concrete, long-term plans for Valorant's esports future, it's still difficult to say exactly what the future holds. But there's optimism from some of the game's biggest fans.
Valorant's just going to hit, and it's going to hit hard.
Yeah, once land starts pumping out, dude, it's gonna grow. It's gonna explode.
It has the perfect recipe right now. If Valorant nails the timing of coming to LAN and like tournaments are popping off, it's gonna blow the up even more than it already has.
And what we know for sure is that, for once, there's a new competitor in tactical shooters. And whether you buy a Vandal or an AK-47, it's making both games better.
Oh my god, the 13-0! Wait, no, I got this. They're coming short. That's me. This is me. This is Wardell.
Oh! Oh! No
I don't fucking lose these! Open up the fucking gates! Oh, fuck! No! No! No!
The curse of the 13-0. There's also the I'm not sure. There's the curse of 13-0, the curse of 9-3. There are different superstitious curses in Valorant. Oh my god. I love this one.
Thanks for watching.
Actually, 13-0 is by default, actually. I think so. Maybe. That's how it is. Wow, I love this one. Okay, so I got a lot more to actually react to because, well, this is a bit tiring. Wow, goodness. I can't believe I actually did that for a whole video for more than 30 minutes. Let me see. Okay. Before we continue, let's, I'm going to be checking out the playlist itself. Okay, let me just refresh the playlist. Now, I think the next thing I'm going to do is check out Twitch, see what's going on over there. I've actually finished that. It's actually a good video from the Score Esports. Remove it from the playlist. Let's check out Twitch, see what's going on over here. See if there are any notable streams. Let's check it. Hold on. Oh, hey, LumiTuber has returned. Lumi. The first time I've known Lumi, she was actually featured on Merryweather Comics. So pretty much after that, I actually subscribed to LumiTuber. I was just very avid watcher. I was a very avid watcher back then. Wow. But these days I actually watch more of Iron Mouse and stuff. So yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Hey. Nice. Welcome. I'm just looking at my own page right here. Pretty much I'm okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yahoo. So where exactly are we right now? Okay. As usual, Ellie right here, who I am following, is sleeping. I'm really asking myself whether subathons are worth it, especially if they just spend their time making sure that the computer is on just to play past streams. Like, oh my goodness. Unbelievably. This is... You know, when it comes to streams where there's a subathon, okay, I gotta know, what is a subathon? I'm asking myself, what is a subathon? A subathon stream. Okay, subathon stands for subscriber marathon. Marathons usually don't have a limited duration, unless the streamers decide they want to set a limit. Most streams can last from 24 hours to a few days. In this case, 200 hours, 24, 48, 2, 4, 6, 72, 76. Hold on. 200 hours. Really? It takes. Okay, it takes several days actually. When I checked Ellie's, oh my god, she has 166. Wow, oh my god. Hers is not a few days, it's several days to a week. Jeez! It's the same thing with Iron Mouse before when she actually got the 1 million subscriber thing. So let me check Iron Mouse. She's got way more viewers, 9.4K. Wow, is she sleeping right now? She's sleeping right now? Yeah, she's sleeping right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, Queen. The monkey god has arrived. Hey, if you're streaming, why are you sleeping? Yeah. Why are you sleeping? I'm gonna leave some mimosas and then I'm gonna go. So pretty much, yeah. And pop. Pretty much, I am just saying hi. The monkey god is saying hi to the queen. Very much. You are welcome in my stream if you like to come. I am a small streamer, however. Please have mercy on me. But give me a raid. Please, I like it if you give me a raid. But I do need to make sure I have more Twitch tools. Definitely something I would like. Okay, so where are we right now? Alright. Close this. Let's check out what else. Should I go for? Let's see. What else for internet reactions? Let's make sure we're not missing anything. Usually I would be the type to talk about a lot of stuff, but recently with all the bad news, especially Russia and Ukraine, wow, I would try to get past it usually. I know it doesn't involve the Philippines, but it really makes me sad that the world is getting into that a country is, well, a country's leader does not let go of past grudges. That's all I gotta say for the meantime. But you guys are gonna be finding out a lot more on my Patreon. If you become a patron, you will definitely be checking. You will be actually seeing why, as to why. Well, I got real life reactions over there. Definitely, if you want to check out my Patreon and be a patron over there, you will be able to see my actual comments on real world issues. So pretty much, it's gonna be there. You guys are gonna have to view it by yourself. You guys can actually analyze me if you like. I'm not really hiding anything. I'm really not, like, whatever. I'm not really leaving myself out, unlike others. So, okay, let me see. Yeah. Ukrainian anthem, super. I do want to show this, however. Oh my god, an ear rape. Okay, because of the Russia-Ukraine thing, I do want to play this thing as a solidarity. At least show solidarity for Ukraine, what they're going through right now. Let's see this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! How good is this? Oh. Oh my god! Oh my god, it is an ear rape! Oh my god, I don't know if I should keep going! The audio is bad! Oh my god! Oh no. Oh my god! These people! Oh my god! I gotta leave a comment on this. Dude! The nationalism is real! I had foreseen the future! Ukraine will become the world! Don't mind me. I like the ear rape. I just don't want it. Don't want it to destroy my ears. My ears during a stream. During a Twitch stream. Peace out. Yeah, I'm definitely leaving this. I'm definitely leaving a comment like this. I'm not gonna continue watching the video because really you would be... Oh my god, it's the ear rape, it's real. Oh my god. Okay, so what else exactly do I need to check? Okay, there's some news, hold on. Okay, so there's some news. Wait a minute. This tip will fix your aim. And this breaks power. Hold on. Wait. Okay, I am seeing a video suggestion here called "This tip will fix your aim," and this comes from a Riot developer. This comes from a YouTube user called Valorant Descended. Hold on. And published from 8 months ago, June 13, 2021. Okay, I'm interested in this. I do want to get a bit of an edge while I'm playing at least the game, so yeah, why not? Okay.
Hello friends, let's have a little talk about our thoroughly mediocre aim and how to rapidly improve it.
Well, pretty much for submachine guns, if there's a lot of recoil, aim a bit lower, but it also depends on the distance. There will have to be a lot of practice on the range. It's a good thing there is practice on the range. I had some practice on the range, and I learned from that. Ow.
Some of us are born with innate talent. Others develop superior mechanics through thousands of hours of grinding. Most of us, though, just want to have a good time playing some games without being embarrassingly terrible at them.
Yeah, except I suffered a lot on CSGO that way, so pretty much I have to learn the ropes a lot.
In Valorant, and really every FPS, having good aim is the foundation of being somewhat decent at the game. It's also the easiest attribute that we can clearly see and easily understand, which is why we can appreciate people with amazing aim. The cool thing about aim being so simple to understand, though, is that it's also pretty simple to improve at. In my last video about aiming, we talked about improving the accuracy of our mouse movement, but in this one I want to cover the other and probably much more important part of the aiming equation, which is crosshair placement. I cringe a little at this overused jargon, but it really is the easiest way to describe what we are doing mechanically. No matter how good you are at flicking and clicking, having to move your crosshair before shooting will always have a lower success rate than
Hold on, what?
Clicking, having crosshair placement, doing mechanically. No matter how good jargon...
So keeping your crosshair or near head height while anticipating where enemies were coming from. Okay, I get it.
But it really is the easiest way to describe what we are doing mechanically. No matter how good you are at flicking and clicking, having to move your crosshair before shooting will always have a lower success rate than just shooting at the right time. Adjusting your aim on the fly adds a layer of complexity to the task where more things can go wrong, and the farther you have to move your crosshair, the more difficult it is to be accurate. This is where crosshair placement comes into the picture. Good crosshair placement simplifies the game to such a degree that it is probably the most efficient way to improve your aiming mechanics.
It is usually done by ducking or by strafing. So besides just moving your mouse, it actually makes sense. Besides just moving your mouse, just like this. If you guys see my cursor. If you guys see my cursor like that. Usually in an FPS, you have to move, you have to walk to aim. You have to walk to aim, and it actually makes sense. It's actually good.
Mechanics. Before we look at any clips, though, I need to drop a little knowledge bomb on you that may change your entire perspective of the game. Riot New is a dev who works on Valorant and has been making some YouTube videos about working in Unreal Engine, which also happens to be the engine that runs Valorant. In this video, he is demonstrating level prototyping by remaking Ascent's A site, and he says the following.
Some might even say it's going to build a super grid. And you can configure this, but by default, each of these little blocks is 10 centimeters. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. The big squares are 100 centimeters. The small squares are 10 centimeters. And this is super useful because, like, let's say you're building a competitive shooter. And let's say in that competitive shooter, you know that every character is exactly 200 centimeters tall. And you want to place things around your level that are, say, exactly head height. You see where I'm going with this, chat?
He is clearly referring to Valorant here, and while we don't have any way to verify the exact size numbers of the models and objects in the game,
that has made my perception way easier. The way he actually... Wow! Wow, makes me really, really think. That's so cool. That's so cool.
There are...
The aim gets progressively better when you think about that. Wow, he is really talking about Valorant right there.
Two things that we can prove as fact. Number one, agents all have to be the same height for competitive viability.
That's true.
Number two, agents are the same height as many of the large crates on the map, as shown in his prototyping. Now, with this in mind, if we run around any map, it's pretty obvious that many things other than boxes also follow a fairly similar sizing pattern. This makes sense from a game development perspective as well, since they probably block things out and then refine them into various objects that fit into the scene. Even walls are probably built using a similar grid system, and as textures are applied to the material, they also seem to follow a similar sizing in a lot of cases. There's definitely some stuff that doesn't line up perfectly, since that would likely make the game look inorganic and probably unprofessional, but the majority is pretty close. In fact, I think it's relatively possible to find at least some box or texture that is close enough to reference in almost every angle that you might normally need to shoot from in the game. Now let's go ahead and check out this clip of Hiko. He just planted the spike, and as he swings out, I want you to notice the level of his crosshair. Obviously, he guesses wrongly where the enemy will be in the doorway, but you can also see that he has perfect crosshair height for a headshot. This allows him to quickly move directly to the right with his mouse and win the duel. A simple adjustment to make since you only have to move in one directional plane, instead of up or down or diagonally or anything else, just horizontally. It also confirms the correct headshot height so that when the next player peeks at this angle, Hiko's crosshair is easily adjusted once again. And look how little his mouse has to move while hitting these two shots. Let's take one last look at this kill on Omen, and you can remember our friend the box from the prototype. What happens if we draw a line from the top of the first box along the wall all the way over to Omen? Yep, it's head height.
It's head height. Oh, okay. Now I see the perspective. Okay. Wow, it's really gonna break. It's really gonna break Valorant, other Valorant players who are playing against me. Wow, that's cool. Thank you.
You also might notice that this line over here in the wood happens to be at the same level.
Yeah, head height.
As does the bottom of this part of the target. Now as Hiko goes for the final kill on Sova, let's keep this box line in mind. There's even another box over here that helps confirm the proper head height. One final thing that is important to keep in mind is that elevation changes and distance from the target can change our crosshair placement. You can see that Omen is the exact height as the first box while on the floor next to it, but goes above the line when on the higher level of flooring.
That makes sense.
This can definitely throw off our crosshair placement, but it can also sometimes be used as a reference point to help us aim at these awkward angles and distances as well. Notice how here the raise is far below Hiko, but if we draw a line from this box directly to the left, we end up on Raze's head. We could even draw this line from the hell area, which seems to follow the same sizing as everything else in the game. Now that I have watched this video by Riot New and actually looked at the game, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you can't unsee it.
Yeah. It is amazing. The way he explained it, it actually makes sense. It's amazing.
See boxes everywhere
Yeah, I can see boxes
in
now.
Valorant now, and luckily,
I'm so high. I'm so high with knowledge right now. That's cool. Thank you very much.
that's pretty helpful, even if it does pull me out of the game world just a little bit.
Oh wow. Oh wow. It was a definite worth watch. Can't believe that I actually saw something like that. Okay, okay, hold on, let me see. Oh, okay, hold on. So what do I think about Valorant so far? It is amazing. It cannot actually be escaped easily. It gives me a lot of hope for the FPS genre. Of course, that's FPS, but what about RTS like Tom Clancy's and more? A lot has to be said. I know. Pretty much, I gotta make sure that everything is given some attention. Not everything, but the games that I can actually reach. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, by the way, here are some VTubers. There are some VTuber reactions. I wonder if I can actually attract some VTuber audiences over here, because very much I like it if there are VTubers around here. VTuber fans around here. Gosh, I am definitely missing out on content because I keep ignoring the highlights thing because I keep streaming. Guys, you gotta help me. If you guys can make some highlights, I don't know how well I can actually repay you. Really, if you guys can make highlights from the streams, see which ones are actually good, maybe you guys can send me some clips. I'll give you guys download links. Definitely will allow you to download those videos. Really, I need help on making highlights because there is a lot to actually work from in that single playlist right there. Wow, that's a lot to ask. But really, anyone who's actually looking for it, please help me with it. I don't know how much I could repay you for this, but I'll try to find a way to repay you. Please help me. Please help me very much. I have a lot of highlights to actually do. Goodness. And wow, it's actually stressing me out. It is actually stressing me out a lot. So pretty much I have run out of options at the moment. I don't know what to do, so of course I gotta really think. I shall be back shortly. Definitely will be back shortly for anything that I get into my mind. Gotta be drinking some water, definitely. Don't worry, I'm still in the best of health. Just gonna make sure that I need some rest or something like that. So yeah, I guess I'll be back soon. Take it easy, and see you guys in a bit. Right, this is what is going to happen at the moment. I'm gonna have to end my stream. Pretty much, I've kind of run out of ideas, and I kind of shot myself in the foot for not actually planning this far. Sure, the Valorant stream was actually fun, but the internet reactions, well, even if I do have it just to follow it down a playlist, I cannot completely just do that and that alone. There has to be some more variation to it. So, streaming atop a stream, okay, streaming atop another stream while trying to think of how to do things, it kind of made me a little stressed out just for the day. After all, this is more than 6 hours. How long is it? 7 hours? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. I actually got a notification that one of the that Discord community, one of the people in the Discord community actually checked it out. So checked out my stream. So pretty much, yeah. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow very much. But definitely, I'm gonna have to end the stream here because wow, I have been doing this since 3 p.m. East Philippine Standard Time to wow, 1 a.m. on the next day. That's crazy. I mean, playing Valorant and now doing internet reactions just for stuff like making content. Pretty much something to stress me out. So definitely, I'm gonna have to see you guys later. Hold on. Should I broadcast all my videos? Should I actually broadcast all my videos? I think I should broadcast all my videos and then get some sleep. Make sure that I hold on. Let me think about it. Okay. I still have that playlist. It's available. So what if I play those videos from the playlist as a throwback stream? Is it okay? I mean, really, it will take several hours, but is it actually something I would actually do? Jeez, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure because I really like to make sure that I keep going with my stream. I keep going with my streams without stressing me out. Without stressing me out more. Really makes me think a lot. It's really hard. It's really hard to actually maintain a presence without anyone actually talking to me. So pretty much, I'm very sorry if anybody like this. Oh, great! I got 12 followers now. I have a very small following. Wow. Still, thank you for the follows. I really am expecting a lot. I'm really expecting a lot. Or maybe I'm expecting too much. I'm not sure. Because wow, for a very short time, I at least get a small following. But this is going to be hard. This is going to be very hard considering that I've switched from YouTube exclusively doing YouTube, and then I go for Twitch streaming. This is going to be a hard one to do. I'm being reflective of it now. Forgive me for actually showing that, but I gotta be reflective. That's how people improve, after all. Okay. I really am in a straight up dilemma. Do I play all of the past streams I made here on Twitch from that same playlist? Because if I don't, of course, I will be offline, and you guys will just be watching my auto-host channel, my auto-host stuff. Nothing will be changed. I will still be getting. Let's see, how many followers do I have right now? I only have 47 followers on Twitter right now. I only have over 260 followers on my channel right here. Let me just make sure. Okay. You might not see it actually from here, but from my YouTube studio, definitely. Okay, you know what? I will be showing you guys the YouTube studio. I would rather make sure that you guys actually see it. Yeah, you guys actually would see it. YouTube studio, here we go. So, this is my YouTube studio. Hold on. Let me just make sure it loads. Alright, my YouTube studio says that my current number of subscribers is 265. There are 265 people actually subscribed to my YouTube right now. As for everything else, like Patreon, let me just scan it up. Pretty much, I got nada. So, for anyone who's actually wondering if I'm earning anything from any of the activities that I'm doing on Twitch and YouTube, I guess you guys already know the answer to it. By pretty much this. It kind of gets depressing. of course. And if it keeps up, I may want to just stop streaming and just completely move on from it. I'm not joking. It's kind of stressful. Of course, it's just only for right now. It's only for 1 month, and I'm trying to learn how to be a viral trend. I'm trying to learn how to make a viral trend at this point. And to make a viral trend is a hard thing to do, considering that I have to find other people's tastes, find other people's, well, things that they actually follow. Okay, you know what? Let's make an experiment here. Let's try to make an experiment in which I try to find actual things that people like. Okay, let's check the notifications right now. Depends on how long the VOD video. Oh, yeah. There was actually a tweet in which I asked video editors. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, okay. This is the tweet I actually released. How much do video editors charge for making highlight videos for YouTuber or Twitch streamer? Now, this is for all video editors, of course, and I only get to stream so long that I have to make highlight videos. So pretty much I'm at a loss when it comes to how long my highlight video should be. Should it really take 10 minutes or 20 minutes? It's pretty much a bit of a I'm in pretty much of a mixed bag here. So do I have to do it by myself, or do I have to hire someone because I have to keep streaming anyway? I'm not a big streamer after all, and it's a problem, especially when I have to spend so much for the highlights. And as I haven't been gaining anything from my Patreon because I only started. Woo! I am in a dilemma, like I said. Wow. Okay. So, one replied. Okay, so Cosmo, this one here. Depends on how long the VOD or video is and how the editor charges. I don't have a video. Though I charge per video personally. If the video is long, like 30 to 60 minutes, I charge more than it if it were a very short video. Should I link down the entire playlist? Because if I do that, you might assume it's every video in the playlist. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. 10 minutes. Yeah, try 10 minutes. 10, 20 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes. Okay, here's my reply. Then try 10 to 20 minutes of video. I'm not a big streamer, and I very much only started the stream. And very much alone. And I got very minimal. Okay, exposure. I'm not a big streamer, and you very much only started to stream very much alone, and I got very minimum exposure. Even if I'm getting involved in communities that help them. I got below 50 followers on Twitch, and I'm wondering if I should make Twitch. Hold on. And I'm wondering if I should make highlights myself, or if I should hire someone. while I keep streaming. And other content in variety. Alright, so pretty much that's my reply to him, because he may be a video editor right now. Now, the problem is, I'm looking to be economic, to be very economic at this point, because I only really started. Twitch.tv/EliteLenny223. I'm definitely giving him my reply later on. I think I may want to get back to streaming something that I like, and that is gaming. So, do I go back to Valorant? That's something I am. Do I want to actually go back to doing Valorant at this point? Okay. Stand by. I shall return. Very much I shall return with my answer. Okay, so after a deep reflection, I decided I'm going to be taking a break for the meantime. I'm going to make those highlight videos, much to my dismay. Supposedly, the highlight videos would be including me in every moment that I stream. So if that's the case, I would be making sure to devote at least hours to make 10 to 20-minute videos of those highlights. I'm pretty much gonna have to start looking for them in minuscule manner, inspecting them and making sure that there's quality control. There is lots of quality control in every single one of these highlights, and I gotta do them alone. Definitely I will be taking breaks from streaming because of that. Thing is, I don't want to. I want to keep going. I want to really keep going because I want to keep dishing out. I want to keep dishing out videos for as much as possible. But the kind of policy that Twitch has for deleting past broadcasts after 2 weeks kind of builds up more pressure in me. My goal for the brand is that I become both a YouTube partner and a Twitch affiliate at the same time. Well, it doesn't have to happen together at in one day, but pretty much it will be better if I got better tools to actually work with than just actually be doing this. Because of course, the motivation to actually get through being a Twitch streamer and a YouTube content creator is very high. The pressure is very high for this. I gotta take a step back and let the stress cool down, because pretty much I am not putting myself in a good position if I keep streaming without giving everything else a priority. So definitely I'm going to be taking a step back from streaming and trying to make those highlight videos. I don't want to make those highlight videos, but I have to in order to make a variety in both the platforms. I really don't like to do this, but I don't want to hire anyone either. It's to save cash, and gosh, this is really going to make me suck for the first time. I mean, I did make the overlays, that's true. I mean, the overlays are right there. It's so simple right there. I really consider it as a work of art that I actually made, because it really touches on the code of my design. But of course, that's because there's quality control in pictures like that. But in videos, it's a completely different story. To keep posting videos that have variety, and that I have to actually keep looking for things in a video that actually matters. The highlights will make it longer. The highlights may be longer. So you'll have to forgive me if ever there is a delay in how I upload videos. I like to do it as fast as possible. Maybe 1 to 3 days, probably. I don't know. That's what I don't know, and I feel scared because the relevance there is a definite importance to keeping relevance in any platform, YouTube or Twitch alike. That's why I am scared that for the next 1 or 2 days I would stop being relevant, I would stop being viral, I would stop being completely significant. It's scary. It's really scary for me. I don't really like that I don't really like that to happen to me. Or maybe I'm just overthinking things. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. There's nothing I can do. All I have to do is just move forward. And that's exactly what I have to do. Every time I look at my Patreon page, every freaking time that I look at my Patreon, it just makes me disappointed. It just really, really makes me stressed and disappointed. But I gotta live, I really gotta live with it. Thing is, I don't like to, but I have to. God, what am I saying? This is a way to ruin myself. I can't ruin myself like this. Right, so I'm going to be ending the stream here. There will be no promotions. I suppose that promotion right there that I gave about having actually telling my aims, it's actually useless if I don't do anything. I'm 29 years old, for Pete's sake. And I won't be getting anywhere by just doing this for a month or so. Pretty much running out of time. They're expecting me to work in an office. Jeez. I am doing this just to not work in work in a permanent office elsewhere. I really want us to do it in a stay-at-home environment, for Pete's sake. That's what I wanted to do. Jeez. I won't let disappointments run my life. I just want to make sure that I'm going in the right direction here. I don't want to make any big missteps in order for me to become a Twitch affiliate and a YouTube partner. Because really, I just don't want to run out of time before I suddenly stop all this. I just don't want to run out of time so suddenly. Right, so I gotta end it here. Gotta get to sleep anyway. This is EliteLenny signing out. I suppose we'll be seeing each other in the next stream. I don't know when that will be. It will have to be when I make the highlight videos, so pretty much I gotta go. Anyways, if you actually tuned in, thank you very much. If you're actually one of my, how many? 12 followers. A disappointing 12 followers. I really, really appreciate it for you being here. It's really disappointing that I got very low viewership. I mean, below 200 views. It's not so much to go on. It's a disappointing number, really. but I want to keep going. And I want to keep myself relevant for as much as possible. This 2-week Twitch policy, it's really, really harsh. I can't be it's hard to keep it relevant for that much of a range. Maybe a month, so, but the deletion of broadcasts for 2 weeks is definitely not agreeable with me. Maybe putting it more very well on YouTube. It would actually be lasting for a lifetime. For Pete's sake, Twitch, please. I want to grow up. I want to grow up with you, but you gotta grow up with your policies. Give this little guy a chance here. I gotta work with something. Anyway, that's enough about that. I'm signing up. I suppose I'll see you guys in the next stream, like always. Cheers. See ya.